Today we're gonna do a super quick skincare and makeup that's all about efficiency. Really enhancing the face, but in the quickest, most effortless way. Really bringing out those masculine features, but have it very undetectable while really boosting our confidence. This is perfect for you if you need a quick pick me up before work, if you just need something in the morning to run out the door with. But it could also be great for a date, if you just want them to go, wow, your skin just looks amazing, without anyone realizing that it's actually quite a few skincare steps and makeup. If this is your first time watching, I am Mattis. I make men's beauty content here on YouTube as well as on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you want to see more natural enhancing men's makeup videos. And now get yourself a drink of your choice. Mine today is just water because trust and believe I'm already really caffeinated. But yeah, get yourself a drink, sit back, and we'll begin. Starting with the bare face, and we're going to use an exfoliating acid. This is the ordinary 7% glycolic acid. I'm just gonna put it onto this reusable cotton swipe, and I'm just gonna quickly put it all over my face. Just be careful around the eyes because the eye area can be very sensitive. In general, a glycolic acid is just so brilliant for really evening out the texture. It's anti-aging. It enables all the skincare that you follow up with to be able to penetrate the skin much better and hydrate the skin much more easily because there's not this barrier of dead skin cells on top of your skin. Also, you'll just need less makeup, and makeup will just look so much better if the skin surface is smooth. Of course, we don't want to over exfoliate, so only do this a few times a week. And by the way, you can use this glycolic acid from The Ordinary all over the body. You can use it under your arms, for example. It really kills the bacteria that usually cause body odor. So if you use this every now and then, you'll find that even when you sweat, you still smell good. And like I said, it's even anti-aging, and it also helps with discoloration. So it's really efficient because it just does so many things in one. We're gonna follow up with this Vichy Hydrating Serum. It's the Mineral 8-9 serum because I believe it has 89% volcanic water. So it's full of minerals, which are supposed to be great for the skin. It also contains a ton of glycerin, which is just so hydrating for the skin. But my favorite thing about this is the texture. It has this watery gel-like texture that really softens the skin and plumps it up, leaving the skin super bouncy, plump, and hydrated. To finish the skincare, we're going to use this Beauty of Joseon Sun Relief SPF. And this is lightly hydrating, but it just sinks in so beautifully. So unless your skin is super dry, you can skip moisturizer and just use this. And you can see I applied quite a lot, but it will sink in a second. But yeah, you can tell it's just not one of those greasy, white casty sunscreens. It's just lightweight and literally feels like a very light, hydrating sort of moisturizer, not like an SPF at all. The skin is plumped up, it's hydrated, it's smoothed out. So yeah, you can totally leave the house like this. But if you want your skin to look a little bit more even, you can go in with a concealer or a skin tint. The Summer Fridays one is amazing because it just doesn't look like makeup. It really smooths out so beautifully. But if you just need a little bit of extra coverage, go in with a concealer. This is the MAC Studio Radiance one that is just so good because it has really good coverage, but it blends out so well, and you can literally just do a little dot where you need it. I need it in the center of the face where most of the redness is. Blend it in with the fingers and you're done. Now with the concealing step, you want to go as far as you need it to feel confident and comfortable, but any additional spots or discolorations, redness, if you let them shine through, it will just make your skin look so much more natural. So just taking a little bit in the center of the face where you have most of the redness and then leaving the rest can just make you look like you have great skin, but you're still effortless. You still don't cover up every little imperfection you see. Now, I feel like most of us wake up feeling a little bit puffy in the face. On social media, we always are exposed to these Instagram models and people that have like these really defined cheekbones, really sunken cheeks. And I don't know, at least for me, it can get into my head. And sometimes I just feel like I have such a puffy face and it can really mess with your confidence. And of course, a big part of that is also just confidence in general and the mental health side of things, putting the phone away when you really need to. But what can also really help is a little bit of contour. And this is something I never go without, and something that can actually be so easy and really elevate the bone structure, really highlight the cheekbones, the jaw, etc. In my opinion, this is just something that everyone needs in their makeup kit, is a good contour stick or even a liquid contour like this one. This is the Rare Beauty one. This I really love because of how easily blendable it is. It's just very easy to use. So you have this sort of wand and you can literally do a dot either side of the cheek. And then, you know, I always love doing a little dot right in the inner corners of the eyes, just for that sunken eye look. But you will see how easy this blends out. We're gonna blend it towards the chin and then back towards the ear to just give us the shape, that really masculine contoured shape. But again, it blends out in seconds. It's so easy to do and it's not overly pigmented. I'm actually even gonna do a touch more, but yeah, I love when a contour just blends out so sheerly, because a lot of them are quite pigmented and then you have to be really careful. But with this, you sort of don't have to be too careful. It just blends itself, so it's really hard to mess up. Now, because contouring is such a passion for me, I actually have quite a lot of contours in my collection. And I did a video on some of my favorites that I'm gonna link here, so you can watch that and find your favorite contour. Now I'm gonna blend out the inner corner and, you know, really going towards the eyelid. And you know, it's so easy to blend again, but it will just give you that sort of mysterious eye effect. And just put more emphasis on the eye area, the brow ridge. It just gives you that sort of masculine eye look. Now, if you already have really deep shadows in the inner corners or your eyes are very close together, you want to skip that step, because it will just further bring the eyes a bit closer together and really give you that very sunken eye effect. And you know, it really depends, because on some people it can actually make them look a bit more tired. Whereas if your brow ridge is actually a bit flatter and you're quite bright around the eyes, like on myself, it can really enhance the eyes and really give you that strengthened expression to the eyes. If you've tried this trick before, I would love to know, so let me know in the comments, because this is truly something I almost never leave the house without, because it makes such a difference while still being really subtle and natural looking. Now again, you can totally leave the house like this without any further steps, because the skin is protected, it's slightly enhanced, you know, we have some dimension back in the face. But there still might be something you want to do to bring even more color to the face. A lot of us feel a little bit washed out in the morning. We don't really have color in our cheeks. We don't feel healthy looking. And for that, bronzer or blush are amazing. However, if you are in a rush, you might not want to faff around with 2 or 3 products. You might just want to use one product to be really efficient, to be quick, but to sort of do everything in as little steps as possible. And for that, this category of hybrid products is perfect. Some of these products are big favorites of mine, so you might already have heard about them on my channel here. But this is the Tower 28 Bronzino. They call it a bronzer, but it's so much more than a bronzer. It's truly a hybrid between a bronzer, a blush, a highlighter. It does everything in one. It brings that warmth to your skin. It brings a glow to your skin. It adds that flush in your cheeks like a blush. So it literally combines so many different elements. Plus, it's so easy to use. So yeah, this is a big favorite. I'm gonna show you some alternatives though. This is by MAC, their Glow Play Blush in the color True Harmony. And this is a big favorite because, again, it sort of combines multiple products into one. So I'm gonna swatch it right here next to the Tower 28 blush. And I'm thinking maybe I'll do one on one cheek and one on the other to really show you the difference. But this, because it has so much coolness to it, it's not really a contour, but it gives more definition to your face, almost like a contour. It also has that warmth of a bronzer, but it also has that flushed element like a blush would. So it sort of combines 3 products into one. And then I'm gonna show you a third option, which is by e.l.f. So it's a more affordable brand. And this is their Luminous Putty Blush, or Putty, yeah. This is their Luminous Putty Blush in the shade Barbados. And this is, again, really luminous. It has that coppery feel of a blush, but that warmth, almost like a little brown undertone, like a bronzer. So it combines, again, multiple different elements. And you can see all of these are sort of in a similar vein color-wise, but the real difference is sort of the shine element and the undertone of the color. So again, we have the MAC True Harmony, then we have the Tower 28 Bronzino Bronzer in the color Best Coast, and then we have Barbados by e.l.f. Now I'm just gonna grab some of the MAC blush first, and I'm gonna place it right on the cheek. You can't really mess this up too much because it's so blendable, but it will immediately give you that color, that warmth, and a hint of definition to the cheek. Don't be afraid to even put some of this onto your forehead, as well as the tip of the nose, or the bridge of the nose rather, because again, it will just give you a sort of sun-kissed look like a bronzer would. But because it has this reddish, ruddy undertone, it also brings that flush like a blush would. Now it's subtle, but you can really see the difference between the side where we don't have anything on and this side where we just have more color, we look healthier, and it was so easy to do. It literally took you seconds. You can of course add a little bit onto the neck as well, just to warm it up and make sure that everything is coherent. But just a tiny little bit will do. You don't want to go too low if you're wearing white or a really light color, because of course we don't want to get makeup on there. Now just to compare the two, I'm going to use the Tower 28 blush bronzer highlighter hybrid on the other cheek, just so you can sort of compare the two and see what's better for you. I would say if your skin is more on the oily side, the Glow Play blush by MAC might be better for you, because this one has quite a bit of shine in it and it might just be a little bit too glowy for your skin. But if your skin is sort of combination to dry leaning, I think this would be gorgeous on you. So yeah, once blended out, they give a very similar effect, but the Tower 28 on this side is a lot shinier, whereas this side is more on the matte side. So it really depends on your skin type, but it mainly depends on your preference. For example, I am sort of combination to oily skin leaning, and I totally love both finishes. It just depends on the mood I am in. If I want to go for something that gives a bit of glow, which actually recently I've been loving, having a little bit of that subtle glow on the cheeks, it just makes you look alive. Whereas sometimes you want to go for something really undetectable and matte, in which case the Glow Play blushes by MAC are great. It's interesting that they call it a Glow Play blush, because looking at the formula and looking at the product on the cheeks, it doesn't give a big sort of glow effect. It's not a intrusive glow at all. It just gives a very natural skin-like effect. So maybe that's what they mean by glow. But yeah, it's definitely not a shiny product like the Tower 28 one. Now moving on to eyebrows, and one of the most talked about brow gels of recently is by the brand Anastasia, and it's their Brow Freeze Gel. And this is so brilliant because you can sort of skip a brow pen with it, because it sort of stretches out the brow hairs and really makes the brows look much fuller, while also really keeping them in place. I will say that the first time I used it, I didn't enjoy my experience, because so much of the gel got stuck in my eyebrows and they just came off in little chunks. And ever since, I have found out how to work with this. So I'm going to show you how. When you look at the brush wand, it sort of has different sides to it. And you want to use the side that has the smallest bristles. So you want to use the really short side, and this is the side you want to go into your brows with, and then you can really stretch them out and sort of get them into the shape you love. I sort of like bringing in the little brow hairs in the center, fluffing them up, making them look a little bit bushier and a little bit more sort of wild and effortless. And then I really bring up the brow hairs at the ends and just make sure that they look really full and fluffy, all while keeping a sort of relatively straight shape, sort of that male model look. If you find there's too little product on the short side of the bristles, you can add a little bit more product with the longer side. But then again, you want to go back to the short bristled sides to blend everything in, because otherwise, if you go in right with the long bristles, you will just get so much product stuck in between your brows and might be too much. But using it in the way that I just explained with the short bristles first, it works wonders. It's such a good brow gel because it really sticks them down and sort of keeps that shape you love, while also not looking like you have anything in your brows. So it's super effortless, super undetectable, and I've been really enjoying this. Now as the last step, we want to take care of our lips, and something that is so underrated for guys but so easy to do once you find your perfect color is lip liner. Because most of us have slightly wonky lips. Most of us can benefit from slightly enhancing our lips with lip liner. For example, my upper lip feels quite small. I always love to just make it look a little bit bigger to really sort of get the full potential out of my lips. This will be different for everyone, of course. If you feel like your lower lip is really thin or it's asymmetrical, you can add lip liner just on your lower lip. Or if you feel like one side of your upper lip goes a bit more up and the other one is a little more down, you can again correct that with a lip liner. The key is to find a lip liner that is the perfect color of your lips. It literally needs to be the color of your lips. So for me, that would be sort of brownish pink. It can't be too pink, it can't be too brown, it can't be too red. It needs to be exactly the color of the lips. Just slightly off is totally fine because you blend it out a bit anyway. But yeah, it should be as close as possible. Some of my favorites for this is the Icon Baby lip liner by Charlotte Tilbury. It's a great sort of brownish pink, like I said. I also have been using Cool Spice by MAC a ton. Very, very similar color. Both of the formulas are just fantastic. The MAC one, the Charlotte Tilbury one, really highly suggest those. There's also NYX in the color Natural, which again, very similar. This one is maybe a hint pinker, but yeah, today I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Icon Baby, which actually is a new color. I used to use Pillow Talk, but actually I find this one is a much better match. And then you can just slightly overline wherever you need it. I like doing it in the center of the lip, really starting at the Cupid's bow and then dragging it towards the outer corners of the mouth. And you can see how it literally is the perfect color for my lips. And then also doing a little bit underneath, sort of following the line, but just slightly outside of the line. And this might take some practice, but it's worth it because it's so easy to do once you've figured it out. Then you can just achieve your perfect lip shape without any filler. Because, you know, I have had a tiny bit of filler in my lips a few years ago. Didn't make a big difference, but it just made me realize that if I wanted the effect that I get from lip liner, but with lip filler, it will just easily look quite obvious, and I just don't like that look. So if you want your lips to be bigger but you don't want to do filler, which I highly suggest you try it with lip liner first, I think this is a great trick for you. So you just saw I just blotted it in lightly with my finger, just so it's a little bit more blended and not too obvious. And now we can finish off with a lip balm. I'm going to use the Summer Fridays one in the scent Iced Coffee. This is just so delicious. The scent of this smells so good. It's super hydrating. It barely has any color. I want to show you on the back of my hand as well. It has a little bit of tint, but it's not really obvious. It's a sort of light nude toffee shade. So, you know, it doesn't dramatically change the color of your lips, but it just adds a lot of hydration, and it just smells so good with that iced coffee flavor. I really love the Summer Fridays lip balms. And this is the full look. This is just super easy to do. I will still add a touch of powder. You can totally skip this step if you don't have shiny skin, but you know, I get quite shiny, so I'm going to use this Refa brush. Refa makes some of my favorite brushes. I just love the really sleek design. They feel really high quality. They're crafted in Japan, and yeah, these are amazing brushes. If you're looking for amazing brushes, I recommend either the Refa brushes or Zoeva have some amazing brushes as well. Let me see. I actually have bought so many of the Zoeva brushes over the years, but a few were sent to me as well. And they're very easily available, whereas the Refa brushes you can't always find so easily, especially if you're in Europe. But yeah, the Refa and the Zoeva brushes, hands down my favorite brushes. But I have some other ones as well, like this Huda Beauty brush. But yeah, I think I'm really due to make a sort of tools and brushes video soon, because this is something I always mention but then never do. So yeah, if you would like to see that, let me know as always. And yeah, this is the full look. I think it looks so natural. If I did this without speaking, I would be done within 4 or 5 minutes. So easy to do. It's something that I always do when I need to run out the house and I just want to feel and look a bit better. This is great for work, for every day. If you work in office setting or anywhere where you just need to feel a little bit more pulled together, a little bit more polished, but still very natural, I think this is a great makeup look. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. What have you been using? I need to get some new makeup in my collection. I feel like I need to try some new makeup because I'm sort of getting comfortable with the products I have here. And you know, to some degree, it's also good to not always have newness coming. But yeah, I feel like for spring and summer, I'm feeling some new launches. So let me know if there's anything specific you want me to try. Make sure to subscribe and like the video if you want to see more content like this. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bisous, bisous, yours truly.